Hi, my name is Dylan Samples. In this video, I will be discussing the effect that video games have on children. To start, let's talk about how big video games are. Using data from WePC, we can see that as of 2016, there were 2.5 billion gamers from all over the world, and that the video game market was worth $78.61 billion in 2017. WePC also shows that in 2017, approximately 64% of the general US population are gamers, and that most, if not all, middle and high school kids play some sort of video games. So with this knowledge in mind, we can now see how big video games truly are.
So now you're probably wondering, how do video games affect people? More specifically, how do video games affect the children in your life? In a study by Adam Loeb, children got together to play different kinds of video games and test the effects it had on them. The study was created to see if violent video games, like shooter games, had any different effect than the more lighthearted games like Pokemon and Mario. Loeb concluded that both types of games had the same effect on children. Video games installed a short-term effect of happiness or anger, a sense of satisfaction or disappointment. However, no game left a long-term effect. So there we are, done already. Video games have no longer-term effect on children. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. First, let's get back to the two children from the beginning.
Aw, get wrecked, fam.
You were camping. You were
Nah,
100%.
I'm just better. I'm just so much better than you.
You were camping.
Nah.
Nah.
100%
Nah,
better than
you were camping. You were camping.
100%.
You were camping.
No.
You were camping. You were camping. Admit it. You were camping. You were. Wow, that was so realistic.
Dude, why'd you hecking kill me?
I didn't kill you.
Dude, you
just
suck.
You suck.
No, you suck.
Who died?
You know what?
Who died? You
You
died.
know what?
You died.
I'll win. Watch.
died.
Just give me one
You
second.
died. Just
one
shut-
second.
just
Nah,
shut up.
Nah,
Just shut up.
Give me one
Just
second.
shut up. Quit being so salty, man. We can just play another game. Hey,
Nah.
no. There's no reason for that. Come on, man. No. 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 Come on. Don't
Nah.
do this. Don't think about.
This is where the issue arises. Some children cannot differentiate the video game world from the real world. Before we make any generalizations, I want to point out that this isn't true for all children. However, video games can seriously mess with some kids' minds. Let's look into some reports of children mistaking the gaming world for the real world. Our first story is from an article on The Sun. Harrison, a 4-year-old boy, snuck into his older brother's bedroom where he watched videos of the popular video game Fortnite. Harrison then went out and tried to play the game. Harrison's mom was in the kitchen when she looked out the window and saw Harrison, quote, try to jump off the side of the slide, but his arm got caught and it literally snapped. Harrison had to miss his first day of primary school because of the injury. Our second story is from Reddit user Joshua Bell 1984. He stated that his nephew was mad at him and talked of killing him like in the game and shooting him in the head, saying he wished he had one of those guns in real life. Our final story isn't a negative one like the last two. Instead, it shows us a way to fix the issue at hand. Reddit user Mr. GoodCat44 talks about how his son, his twin daughters, and he all play games together. He talks about how violent video games are good for his children because it teaches them teamwork, communication, strategic thinking, and creativity. When asked about the realism issue, he responds with, I feel that I do a good job raising my kids and teaching them what's right from wrong, what's real world from gaming world. Sometimes certain games just aren't for certain kids. That's where the parents have to come in and decide for their own children. Not all children are affected in the same way, and there is no good way to control this. Video games are great for younger audiences because they can teach great communication skills, They promote strategic thinking, and overall, they're a fun way to pass time. Banning video games from the youth audiences would hurt everyone, from the kids themselves to the economy, so that's definitely not the answer. Instead, I ask parents everywhere to take action and pay closer attention to the games your children play. Watch over them and make sure they know what's real. Maybe even play a game or two with them.